This video is on What If Naruto Marries Tsunade Part 5. The like goal for this what if is 42 likes. Sooner like goal is meets sooner I will upload the next part for this what if. If you enjoy this what if, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Disclaimer, I don't own Naruto nor this fanfic. 2 weeks later, Naruto and company were traveling through Kumo as they tried to figure out the best plan for evading Konoha. Over the days Samanbu had given them trouble, but nothing they couldn't handle. As everyone walked, some people were starting to slow down from exhaustion. "Where the hell are we even going?" Choji asked. Some of the Genin nodded as they tried to figure this out. Some could only nod their heads in shame at the way the others had no stamina. By this time Naruto and Tsunade were in full-blown couple mode. Everyone save Jiraiya was content with the way the couple was acting. At times they held hands, or at other times just leaned on the other's shoulders. Tsunade and Naruto turned around to see everyone tired of walking. "Alright everyone, we will take 30 minutes to rest," Tsunade said to everyone. Everyone sighed as they dropped to the floor, thankful to Kami for some compassion. Tsunade face-bombed herself at the pitiful display. "Come on guys, walking 65 miles is nothing," Naruto said to them. Everyone's sweat dropped and looked at Naruto. "I am not a stamina freak like you," Shikamaru said as he sat down. Everyone else agreed with him as they rested. Tsunade could see the reason though. They had been walking forever and didn't have a real destination in mind. "Man, where can we go to be safe from Konoha?" Tsunade thought as she bit her thumb. Naruto noticed her thinking and smiled. He sat next to her and blew a nice breeze on her neck. Tsunade flinched and blushed at the action. She turned to her newfound love and smiled. "That was mean, Naruto-kun," Tsunade said to him. "Maybe it was Tsunade-chan, but you loved it," Naruto said with a smile. As Naruto and Tsunade talked, both felt a sudden chill come over them. Tsunade instantly got up along with Naruto. "Do you feel that, Tsunade-chan?" Naruto asked. "Yeah, I do. It isn't Konoha, but I can't tell," she answered. They turned to see that everyone could feel the presence too. "What should we do?" Naruto asked her. Tsunade turned to him and smiled. "Why don't we see who it is? If it is a problem we will fight," Tsunade said as she punched her palm. Naruto could only laugh as he nodded. Both waited for the threat to show up. 10 minutes later, Naruto and company still waited until they saw a bunch of sand bullets fly at them. Naruto and Tsunade dodged and looked at each other. They smiled as they turned back. "Girl, you shouldn't shoot your friends," Naruto said as the group turned around. Everyone saw Gaara, Kankuro, and Temari appear in front of them. "Man, do you guys have any idea how hard it was to track you?" Kankuro said as he sat down. He took his puppet off his back and set it down. Temari dropped her fan and Gaara dropped his gourd. "Well, we have to keep ourselves hidden from Konoha," Naruto answered. Kankuro smiled and nodded as he laid down. "Yeah, sure kid, whatever," he said as he went to sleep. Temari turned to see Shikamaru cloud gazing. She walked over to him and poked aside. "Hey lazy," she said with a smile. Shikamaru turned his gaze to the blonde snow woman. "Hey yourself," he said as he slid over for her to sit down. Gaara sat near Shizune and Jiraiya as everyone rested. Everyone enjoyed the tranquility of the mountains as they took in the air. Soon Naruto leaned on Tsunade's body as he fell asleep. Tsunade chuckled. 65 miles is nothing, huh? "Yeah right," Tsunade said as she gave Naruto a kiss on the forehead and fell asleep. Gaara, Kankuro, and Temari saw the little action and sweat dropped. They all turned to their respective group. "What is that all about?" they asked at the same time, but to different people. Shikamaru, Shizune, and Shina turned around to see Naruto and Tsunade sleeping on each other's body. "Oh, that is new immortal couple," Shizune told Gaara. Gaara was wide-eyed as he stared at the couple. "Oh, that is a weird love if I have ever seen one," Shikamaru said as went back to cloud gazing. "That is the unbridled love between people," Shino said as he turned back around. Temari and Kankuro stared at them and then nodded their heads. Most unpredictable ninja, they said as they slept. Soon what was supposed to be a 30-minute rest turned into a sleep session for everyone. Everyone quietly drifted off as they regained their energy. 2 hours later soon some people were starting to get up as they rubbed their eyes to talk in the sunlight. Naruto got up and looked to see Tsunade still sleeping. He looked around to see a majority of everyone still out cold. Naruto smiled as he thought. But Tsunade-chan is right, where can we go? Naruto wondered as he thought. He kept pondering and pondering until his memory came to the fourth Hokage. Why am I thinking about him right now? Naruto thought as he remembered the lessons about the fourth he heard in class. Flashback. And so that is why the fourth is regarded as the most powerful Hokage, Ruka said to the class. Any questions? He asked as he looked around the room. No one raised their hand until he spotted Naruto. Yes, Naruto? Ruka said. Ruka-sensei, why did the fourth have so many enemies? Naruto asked. Ruka smiled as he nodded. Good question, Naruto. To put it simply, he was one of the great seal master in the world, and also the inventor of many forbidden jutsu. A lot of enemy countries wanted his jutsu, but died trying. This created some hostility between Konoha and some countries, namely, in flashback Naruto suddenly stood up and looked wide-eyed. That's it, we can go there, Naruto said in realization. This was the last place Konoha would think to look, or would at least not want to go. Naruto wanted to tell everyone, but didn't want to be on the receiving end of everyone's wrath. Guess I will wait for them to wake up, Naruto said as he slowly got up and laid Tsunade gently on the ground. He kissed her cheek as he got a warm smile as a response. Well, guess I will work on my new jutsu. I can't say I have had much time to practice it, Naruto said to himself as he walked off. 2 hours later Tsunade groggily got up and rubbed her eyes. As she got up she leaned next to her blonde lover, but she fell to the ground. Tsunade opened her eyes and saw that Naruto was gone. Tsunade suddenly jumped up and looked around for him. Tsunade got worried as she couldn't find Naruto anyway. As she looked around the mountains, she heard a loud bang in one of the nearby mountains. Tsunade ran to the mountain to see smoke covering her view. As she looked she saw Naruto appear from the smoke. Tsunade suddenly felt relieved that Naruto wasn't captured by Konoha, but she still wondered what he was doing. Tsunade decided to hide behind the rock and watch. Damn, I guess I need to make the wind thinner, Naruto said as he got back into a stance. Tsunade wondered what he was doing until she saw him mumble some words that she couldn't hear. His arms suddenly began to shake violently. Tsunade could see Naruto swing both arms forward as if he was throwing something. As he settled down Tsunade couldn't see what he was supposed to be doing. Is this a new jutsu? She wondered as she watched her blonde train. Maybe it is, a mystery voice said behind her. Tsunade turned around to see her blonde's face in front of her. Tsunade jumped as she slid down the mountain. Naruto's clone smiled as it poofed away. Naruto gathered the information and smiled. As Tsunade slid down, she landed into Naruto's arms. Tsunade opened her eyes to see herself in Naruto's arms. Hello Haim, Naruto said to her with a smile. Tsunade looked up and bonked him on the head. Don't scare me like that, she said with a smile. Sorry, won't happen again, Naruto said to her. Tsunade nodded. It better not happen, Aga. She was interrupted by a sudden kiss to her lips. Soon Tsunade relaxed and leaned into the kiss. After a full minute, Naruto separated from her and looked at her. Anything else? He asked. Tsunade looked up and blushed. Man, I was ready to yell and now you go and do that to me. How am I supposed to yell at you now after that? Tsunade said with a smile. Come on, you know I would never intentionally worry you, Naruto told her. Tsunade smiled as Naruto set her down. So what new jutsu were you working on? Tsunade asked, curious of her blonde's training. Oh, you saw that. Well, I haven't mastered it, but I have the basis for it. I can't go into details, but I will say it will be about A rank when I show it, Naruto said with a smile. Tsunade nodded her head. Okay, I hope to be there when you show it, she said as she turned around to leave. Wait, Tsunade-chan, Naruto said suddenly. Tsunade turned around to see Naruto next to her. What is it, Naruto-kun? She asked. I noticed you thinking about where we should go next. I have an idea on where we can go, Naruto said with a smile. Tsunade's full attention was given to Naruto in anticipation of his idea. Oh, and where should we go? She asked with a smile. Naruto smiled as he leaned next to her. I think that we should too, back with the others. That was a good sleep, Neji said as he got up and stretched. He looked to see the others waking up also. Who knew so little hours of sleep could make you feel so refreshed, Tenten said as she rubbed her eyes and smiled. As everyone got up, they all noticed that Naruto and Tsunade were gone. Hey, where are Naruto and Tsunade? Ino said as she alerted everyone. Everyone nodded their heads that they didn't know. Neji and Hinata used their Byakugan and checked the surrounding areas. Both smiled as they saw Naruto and Tsunade walking back to the area. Oh, they are coming now, Hinata said to everyone. They all calmed down as the two blondes made their appearance. Tsunade-sama, where have you been? Shizune asked, still half asleep. Tsunade smiled as she looked at everyone. Everyone think Naruto-kun here, we have our next destination, Tsunade said to them. To say everyone was surprised was a little understatement. They were all downright shocked as Tsunade continued. It is probably the last place Konoha was to go to look for us, she said to them. So what is the place? Gaara asked. Tsunade and Naruto turned to Gaara and smiled. We are going to Iwagakure, Naruto said to everyone. Everyone gasped. Are you sure we should go there of all places? Neji asked. Everyone else nodded, worried. They had reason to be worried too. Konoha and Iwa have always been at each other's throats since the Third Great Ninja War. To house ex-shinobi of Konoha would seem unlikely. Well, it sounds like a good idea, I guess, but we should be prepared in case they don't allow us to stay, Shikamaru said to them. Everyone else agreed with him. Oh, don't worry, me and Tsunade-chan have already come up with a backup plan in case that does happen, Naruto said as he reassured everyone. They all nodded and agreed. Gaara, what about you, Temari, and Kankuro? Tsunade asked. Gaara looked at his siblings who nodded. We will go with you, we can't really go back to Suna, Gaara said with a shrug. Well, that takes care of that, shall we go there then? Naruto asked. Tsunade smiled. Why yes, Fox-sama, let's go, Tsunade said as they grabbed their stuff. Everyone's eyes shot open at the words of affection. They said to themselves. Then they thought about Naruto's name. Fox-sama? They all asked as they blushed. Naruto and Tsunade packed their stuff and were ready to go. Well, come on guys, let's go, Tsunade said. Everyone nodded to get their stuff together. Jiraiya summoned a messenger hawk and put a scroll inside. He then set the bird off. Might as well warn them that we are coming, he said as he grabbed his stuff also. Everyone was packed and began their journey to Iwa. 3 days later, Naruto, Tsunade and their group had decided to go to Iwa for safety from Konoha. As they traveled, everyone wondered about the possibility of a life in Iwa. Man, I never imagined that I would be going to Iwa for protection, Tsunade thought to herself as everyone rushed through the trees at an amazing speed. Of all places, I had to think of Iwa, Naruto thought as he stayed close to Tsunade. I remember the Chunin exams, I think I killed an Iwanin for his scroll, Neji said as he felt discouraged. I wonder if Iwa shinobi are as youthful as Konoha's shinobi, Lee thought to himself. I hope we won't be a burden to Iwa, Hinata thought to herself. This is the perfect time to look at standard Iwa weaponry, Tenten thought. What type of bugs are in Iwa? Shino thought. Everyone was either excited or scared of arriving at Iwa. As everyone continued, they noticed that the place was becoming more humid. A strange mist was enveloping the area. I think we are almost there, Tsunade said to the group. Everyone gulped as they proceeded cautiously. Okay, everyone stay close, we don't want to be separated, Naruto said as everyone nodded. Even though they were in Iwa territory, Everyone, with some encouragement from Naruto and Tsunade, were able to relax and assume separate conversations. Seeing the perfect opportunity, Jiraiya decided to start his questioning. He motioned for Tsunade to come to the back. Tsunade grumbled, but complied, leaving a sad and lonely Naruto in the front. As Tsunade pulled to the back, Shizune went back also to engage in the conversation. Seeing the act, some of the genin went up to Naruto to engage in a conversation. As Tsunade came back to Jiraiya along with Shizune, Jiraiya began. "Okay, I just have to know," Jiraiya said, about to go into someone else's business. Tsunade knew this was going to come sooner or later, so she prepared herself. "You want to know what?" she asked. Jiraiya took a deep breath as he began. "Well, why Naruto of all people?" he blatantly asked. Tsunade turned to Shizune, who nodded in agreement. Tsunade sighed as they began their talk. "In truth, I don't know myself. He shattered all my emotional barriers and wormed his way into my heart. He reminds me of both my brother and my lover, but that isn't why I am with him. I love him. He is there for me. I just feel that I can lay all of my burdens on him and know that he will be there for me. He showed me that my love for him is normal. Love is found in all ages. Age is just a number, love isn't. His strong arms have comforted me in many ways that I could never have imagined. His Kami-like body has showed me a pleasure not of this world. I now see that I can't live without him. I love him too much," Tsunade said as she finished her reasons. Jiraiya nodded at the reasons while Shizune smiled. Jiraiya could almost faint. He never knew Tsunade could have such feeling for someone again. In truth, he was sad that she fell for Naruto and not him, but was able to let it go. Though he still pestered with a few more questions. "You do know that people will judge such a relationship, right?" Jiraiya said, trying to make a point. Tsunade smiled as she looked at Jiraiya. "Of course I know, but Naruto told me something for nice, it made me love him even more," Tsunade said to him. Jiraiya and Tsunade wondered what that could have been. Flashback: a few days ago. "Naruto-kun, I have to ask you something," Tsunade said to him. Naruto turned around to face his woman as she looked at him. "Naruto, you know people are not going to be accepting of this relationship," Tsunade began. Naruto nodded. He knew about society's standards on love, but that didn't bother him. "What about it?" Naruto asked. "Well, what would we do if people found out?" Tsunade asked. Naruto cupped his chin and thought. "Well, if no one accepts it, we can always live our lives in solitude away from the public's opinion," Naruto said to her. Tsunade stared at him. And stared. And stared some more. Tsunade suddenly laughed as she grabbed her stomach. Naruto looked confused as to why she was laughing so hard. As Tsunade calmed down, she looked at her blonde. "You really know the solution to our problems, huh?" she said with a smile. Naruto smiled also. "I have my moments," Naruto said to her. Tsunade laughed again. "In flashback he said that to you?" Shizune asked in shock. Tsunade nodded with a smile. "Yes, he did," Tsunade answered. "That kid must really love you a lot," Jiraiya said to her. "Well, I don't pick just anyone to whom I give my love to," Tsunade said to him. "And besides, I have a little surprise for Naruto-kun," Tsunade said with a smirk. Shizune smiled as she remembered Tsunade's surprise for Naruto. She and Tsunade had spent nearly every week at night practicing this new jutsu in secret. No one knew what this surprise could be. "So how big is this surprise?" Jiraiya asked. Tsunade turned to him. "Oh, it is a big surprise," Tsunade said to him. Jiraiya had a confused look. Shizune turned to Tsunade. "So when do we use it?" she asked. "When it is completed, which might be in a few weeks," Tsunade said to them. "With Naruto and the others." "Okay Naruto, we gotta talk now," Kiba said to a startled Naruto. He noticed everyone else around him nod. Naruto sighed as he nodded his head. "Okay, what is it you wanna talk about?" he asked. Ino began the interrogation. "We need to talk about why you are in love with someone 40 some years older than you," Ino blatantly said. Naruto sighed as he began. Look guys, I love her, so what? Why are you people so against it? He asked. Kiba gasped. Because it is sick man, she is old enough to be your grandmother, he said. Naruto shot him a glare of death at the way he addressed his blonde. Look Kiba, I don't care what you or society thinks, I love her and that is all. I don't care if you don't want to see us together, we are so either you people deal with it or I will deal with you, Naruto said. Kiba backed up and hid behind Shikamaru. Sorry man, meant no disrespect, Kiba said behind a tired Shikamaru. Naruto nodded. It's alright Kiba, but don't speak ill of the woman I love, Naruto said to them. Age is just a number to me, love has many infinite possibilities, I believe one's love isn't determined by their age. Naruto said to them. Everyone gasped at the wisdom Naruto appeared to be showing. But why tsunade of all people? Tenten asked. Naruto turned to her. I have no idea. She seemed to cloud my every thought. Ever since I learned of her past, I felt that I could be there for her. I could ease her pain and see that she could love again. In truth, I didn't plan to fall in love with her, but before I knew it, I suddenly loved her with all my heart. It's weird that I planned for her to love again, but I came to love her before she loved me. Regardless of that, I love her. Her smile, her power, her heart, her soul, her personality, I love it all. Naruto said to them. The guys smiled and the girls were nearly on the verge of tears. That was so beautiful, Ino said to him. Hinata and Tenten nodded. Man, I can't say anything after that, I fully support you guys, Kiba said to them. Neji nodded as did everyone else. Thank you everyone, Naruto said. Neji suddenly said something. Just promise me something, he said to the blonde. Sure, what is it? Naruto asked. Neji grabbed Naruto's collar and looked him dead in the eyes. Please, I beg of you, keep the noise at night to a minimum, that is all I ask, Neji said as he comically cried. Naruto looked at Neji and smiled. I will try Neji, but I can't promise that, Naruto told him. Just try in any case, please I like to sleep, Neji said to him. Alright, I promise, but I am not sure how long that will hold, Naruto said to him. What about your Nindo, you never go back on your word, right? Tenten said with a smirk. Naruto looked at her. Yeah, I suppose, alright Neji, we will keep it down, Naruto said to him. Neji breathed a sigh of relief. Okay, I am happy now, Neji said to him. Gaara turned to Naruto. But what about the age difference? He asked. Naruto turned to him and smiled. Oh that, well I have a big surprise for you guys, Naruto told them. Everyone looked at each other in confusion. In his mind Naruto heard a smirk from a certain fox demon. I would still like to thank you for this Kibai, Naruto said to his Baijiu. Kibai nodded though Naruto couldn't see it. Yeah Gaki, it is okay, but stop calling me Kibai now, I don't hate you so you are privileged to use my official name, Kibai said to him. Naruto became wide-eyed. Oh and what name is that? He asked. Kibai smirked. My name is Hina, Kibai said to him. Naruto looked in confusion. But that is a girl's name, Naruto said to it. Kibai smiled. Yeah, about that, well, you're female, Naruto shouted in his mind. Hina smiled. Yes I am. I am Hina, the Kibai no Yoko, Hina said to him. Naruto smiled. Well then Hina-chan, I thank you for your help, Naruto said to her. Hina smiled. Even demons have compassion for love Naruto-kun, Hina said to him. Naruto smiled. He decided something great. Naruto focused for a bit while he walked. He entered his mindscape. Mindscape of Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto came to see the sewer-like mind he had as he came to Hina's cage. Hina smiled. And to what do I owe the honor of my new friend in this place? Hina asked. Naruto smiled as he looked at her. Well, I just thought to change this place for you. It must be frustrating to be in here, Naruto told her. Oh, it really is, Hina said to him. Naruto smiled as he turned around. Well, let me do something about that, Naruto said as he turned around. He focused for a while. He imagined a lush field of flowers, a waterfall and river, plenty of little foxes to keep her company. Naruto closed his eyes. Hina gasped. She saw the cage disappear and saw that the seal form a collar around her neck. She saw all the beauty of the place Naruto prepared for her. Naruto opened his eyes and smiled. Not bad if I do say so myself, he said as he turned around. He soon saw the fox demon replaced with a beautiful woman. She had crimson hair that flowed down to her waist. She had very tight curves and at least a D cup in size. Her eyes were red slits, but still expressed happiness. As Naruto examined her, he got knocked out of his daze by a tackle. Thank you so much, Naruto-kun, I love it, Hina said to him. Naruto smiled. Not finished yet, Hina-chan, he said as he got up. Naruto imagined one last thing. After a while it came into view. A house that seemed to be of a fancy family home. It had 16 slide doors and 8 separate rooms, including a master bedroom and a few other places. Hina fell to the ground. Wow, Hina said as she stared at the house. I hope you like it, Naruto said to her. Hina tackled Naruto again. I love it, Naruto-kun, thank you from the bottom of my heart, Hina said as she ran to explore the house. Naruto got up. Well, I have to go, enjoy the place, Hina-chan, Naruto said to her. Hina smiled as nodded. Hina-chan, please come here, Naruto said to her. Hina came over to him as he looked at her. One last gesture, he said as he touched her collar. He tore a piece of the collar seal off. There, now you can communicate with me easier, and you can sense the outside world through me, Naruto told her. Hina squealed. Thank you, Naruto-kun, Hina said as she ran to explore the house. Naruto smiled as he left. Back in the real world, Naruto opened his eyes and adjusted them to the light. Everyone was back to their original conversations as they walked to Iwa. 3 hours later, soon everyone came to see a village as the mist began to clear. Tsunade smiled and so did everyone else. Finally made it, Kiba said to himself. 3 hours of pure walking, thank Kami it is over, Tenten said as she was dead tired. As the group came up to the gates, they were stopped by Iwa Shinabi. Halt, state you business here, one of them demanded. Naruto leaned next to Tsunade. Touchy aren't they? He asked. Tsunade smirked. No kidding, she said to him as Jiraiya stepped forward. I am the Toad Sage, Jiraiya. I sent a message to Iwa a few weeks ago, he said to the guard. The guard looked at the group and nodded. Yes, we have been expecting you, he said as the gates opened. As the group of Shinabi passed the gate, they looked around. The place was surrounded by narrow rock formations and seemed to provide more than enough defense. It was a natural stronghold. So the people here specialize in earth jutsu, huh? Shikamaru asked. Tsunade nodded. Yes, and along with that comes the stubbornness of some of their ninja, they follow any order given, even to the point of death, Tsunade said to everyone. The guard escorted the group to the Tsuchikage as they came in to see the short man doing paperwork. Well, if it isn't the former Hokage of Konoha, Onoki said as he smiled. Tsunade resisted the urge to punch him. Hey Onoki, I see you are doing well, Tsunade said to him. Yes, I am, so what is it you want? He asked, trying to get to the point. Tsunade breathed and began. We would like to join the ranks of Iwagakure, Onoki, Tsunade said to him. Onoki smiled. You are ex-Shinabi of Konoha, why should I give you help here? He asked. Tsunade faltered a bit. He was right. He didn't have a reason to keep them or protect them. Well, we are all strong and being added to your forces would benefit you a lot, Tsunade said to him. Onoki had to admit that it was a good point. To have to send in members and all the clan heads of Konoha on his side would be very beneficial. The clan heads here would love to join your ranks if they can, Tsunade said to him. The group bowed as they nodded that they would be more than happy to be under his command, which was a downright lie. Onoki thought it over. "I don't know, I might need a bit more convincing," he said to her. Tsunade didn't want to bring this out. It was a last resort, but the safety of the group was to come. She knew that this might destroy her relationship with Naruto. "Well, how about Yandame's son, here Naruto Uzumaki," Tsunade said reluctantly. Onoki, Naruto, the Jinin and Shizune all gasped. Jiraiya face-bombed himself. "No, not that damn," he thought. Onoki stood up. "Yandame's son, Minato Namikaze's son, Naruto Uzumaki, I like it. You have yourself a deal on one condition," he said to her. By this time Naruto was in complete shock. He was the fourth son. The village hero was his father. "Yandame is my father, I am his son," Naruto said as tears left his eyes. Tsunade didn't notice the tears and went on with the conversation. "What is the condition, Onoki?" Tsunade asked, afraid of the condition. Onoki confirmed her fear. "Naruto Uzumaki is to marry one of my shinobi so the fourth's blood can be transferred to Iwagakure. If he doesn't already have a fiancée then he will marry her," Onoki said as he brought a girl forward. The girl was light-skinned. She had a nice body. Her hair was green and short. She wore standard Iwa shinobi gear, but wore some fishnet clothes that revealed some cleavage. Naruto turned to her and gasped. He didn't want to marry anyone, but Tsunade. He thought she loved him, but it was obvious that if she had kept such a secret then she didn't love him after all. The girl turned to Naruto and smiled. "Hello Naruto Uzumaki-san, I hope we have a happy life together," she said to him, leaving Naruto and the group stunned. Tsunade gasped as she looked at the woman. She now realized she had made a big mistake. Outside Tsuchikage's mansion everyone had just finished discussing the terms of agreement with Onoki. Onoki agreed to protect everyone and was getting to the forms and signing them all in as Iwa shinobi. Everyone was happy to be protected, but no one had on the expression of joy. Everyone except Tsunade and Jiraiya had faces of pure shock. The container of the Kibai, the number on hyperactive knuckle-ahead ninja, was the son of Konoha's most powerful shinobi. Naruto Uzumaki was the son of Yandame Hokage, Minato Namikaze. Everyone couldn't believe it. The village had treated Naruto so badly and some of them knew he was the fourth son. Obviously Naruto was taken back the most by the new information. All his life he wanted to know who his parents were, but no one ever told him. Now he knew. Everyone walked in silence as they headed to their place of lodging. No one felt like talking to anyone, much less Naruto and Tsunade. As they walked, Jiraiya brought Tsunade to the back of the group along with Shizune. "Tsunade, what the hell went through your mind when you said that?" Jiraiya whispered, but still didn't lessen the venom in his voice. Tsunade looked at him. I don't know, I wanted to keep everyone safe and Onoki needed one more push so I just said that," Tsunade told him. Jiraiya shook his head. "You know, when you claimed to be his girlfriend I thought you would truly love him, but I see that you don't," Jiraiya said with an accusation. Tsunade turned to him. "What are you talking about? I do love him, with all my heart I do," Tsunade protested. "I find that hard to swallow, Tsunade-sama," Shizune said as she held Tantan. "Why is that, Shizune?" Tsunade asked, confused. "Tsunade-sama, you use Naruto-kun like a bargaining chip. No woman who truly loves their man bargains them like a piece of property," Shizune told her. But I thought it was for the best interest of the group," Tsunade told them. Jiraiya and Shizune did nod their heads. Tsunade did get the protection that everyone wanted, but the way she went about it was definitely wrong. "I know that, Tsunade, but now you will have to explain all of this to Naruto, now he deserves to know, plus I think you hurt him when you didn't ask him, he minded being bargained," Jiraiya told her. But listen Tsunade, I don't know how much Naruto trusts you, but after that stunt he definitely trusts you less," Jiraiya said as he walked ahead. Tsunade held her head down. She knew Jiraiya was right. She had just bargained the man who loved her, the man who she loved, the man she claimed to love with all of her heart. Tsunade remembered her speech to Jiraiya and Shizune about her love for Naruto. Tsunade cried as she realized she had just refuted that entire speech in one action. "I am sorry, Naruto, I have made a mistake," Tsunade said to herself. The group continued to walk until they came up to their place. It was very big. I was more than able to meet everyone's needs. Everyone could have their own rooms or have their rooms combined for couples. Everyone entered the house and looked around. This was a very big house. It took everyone at least 2 hours to memorize everything in the room. After the memorization, everyone came to the main hall of the house. Everyone sat down for their discussion. "Alright everyone, we now have Iwa's protection, but we will now be in service of Iwa," Tsunade said. Everyone nodded as they listened, though some of the group were looking at Naruto, who had on a blank face. Tsunade turned to Naruto with a bit of worry. "Naruto-kun, are you okay?" Tsunade asked. Naruto turned to her and smiled. "Yes, I am fine, Tsunade," Naruto said to her. Everyone became wide-eyed at the response. The regular chant suffix that Naruto used was gone. Tsunade felt her heart crumble when she heard those words. She turned to Jiraiya, who nodded his head. Tsunade took a deep breath and began. "Naruto-kun, I want you to know that I didn't mean to use you the way I did in the office," Tsunade said. Naruto looked at her and smiled. "Oh, that is quite alright, Tsunade, I could see why you did, it was all for our group, you don't need to apologize," Naruto told her. Tsunade still clutched her heart. She missed being called Tsunade-chan by her blonde. Naruto seemed emotionless and they continued to talk. "I would have just thought that my girlfriend would have told me about my past, but I guess not," Naruto said as he got up and left. Everyone looked at Tsunade, who had a pained expression. "What have I done?" she asked herself. Jiraiya put his hands on Tsunade's shoulder. "Listen, Tsunade, it isn't going to be easy to repair his trust in you, you will have to work at it," Jiraiya told her. Tsunade nodded. She motioned for everyone to go. Everyone nodded as they left in silence, leaving Tsunade, Jiraiya, and Shizune in the room. With Naruto walked out of the house and walked through the village. He looked around at the different citizens who roamed the Iwa territory. He even saw some really great ninja shops. Naruto decided to get some solitude as he climbed the mountains and sat in an open space. Naruto let a few tears fall down his face. "How could you, Tsunade? You were my girlfriend, yet you trade me like a piece of property," Naruto said to himself in the silence. "And on top of that, you knew my family and you didn't bother to tell me," Naruto said to himself again. "Maybe she had a good reason, Naruto-kun," Kibai said, interrupting his thoughts. Naruto chuckled a little as he heard Hina stretch in the meadow of flowers. "But what reason do you think she could have, Hina-chan?" Naruto asked. Hina thought, then came up with an answer. "Well, I knew the fourth, he was a good man, he could always lighten the mood to any situation, but he could also be scary in a fight," Hina said as she smiled. Naruto had a confused look. "What does that have to do with Tsunade not telling me?" Naruto asked. Hina chuckled, but explained. "Well, Naruto-kun, Minato did have a lot of enemies because of his skills, such as Iwa. He was feared and received the title of Flea on sight. He could bring any ninja to their knees, just by entering the battlefield. Now Naruto-kun, imagine if Iwa had known that you were the fourth son at a young age," Hina said, trying to get Naruto to think, which seemed to be working. "Iwa would have tried to kill me, because they would fear that I would become like my father," Naruto said, finally connecting the dots. Hina nodded and smiled. "Exactly, maybe she didn't tell you because you were still too young and wanted to wait until you were at least able to handle yourself in front of you enemies," Hina said to him. Naruto smiled. "And do I need to ask if Iwa targeted you while you were, no correction, are dating Tsunade?" Hina told him. Naruto realized it. "You're right, I didn't see it, she was just trying to protect me. If she lost me, then she might never fall in love ever again. I can't believe I was such a fool," Naruto said, berating himself. Hina chuckled. While I do believe that she should have told you, but at least she had her reasons for not telling you, Hina said to Naruto. Naruto smiled as he nodded. He felt much better and got up to find Tsunade. Thank you Hina-chan, Naruto said as he ran off. Hina smiled. Are you kidding? With how soft this bed is, I will do anything for you, she told him. Naruto chuckled as he ran back to the house. Everyone was still inside the house enjoying the quiet until Naruto came in. Where is Tsunade-chan? Naruto asked. Everyone looked at each other and pointed to the main hall. Naruto thanked them and ran off. He opened the door to a surprised Tsunade, Shizune, and Jiraiya. Tsunade-chan, Naruto smiled as tears fell from his eyes. He ran and pounced on her. Both rolled across the mat as Naruto laid on top of Tsunade. Tsunade rubbed her head as she looked up at the blonde. Tears fell from her eyes as Naruto hugged her. She returned his hug as Jiraiya and Shizune smiled. As Naruto broke the hug, Tsunade looked up at him. Naruto-kun, I am so. She was interrupted by a sudden kiss to her soft lips. Tsunade cried a little as she submitted to the lips that she missed. Naruto kissed her like he had not seen her in years, though he was only gone for a few hours. Naruto broke Tsunade's lips as his tongue found hers and the two danced in their mouths. As Naruto let up on the kiss, he looked at a flushed Tsunade. Don't say anything Haim, I now know you did this for my benefit, I love you and my family history won't change that, just be more trusting of you Fox-sama, Naruto told her. With a smile. Tsunade nodded. Alright, I am very sorry, my Fox-sama, I didn't want to hurt you, Tsunade told him. Naruto smiled. It's all fine Haim, just be more trusting of me as I am with you, he said as he led her up. As they turned to leave, they heard a tray fall to the ground. Everyone turned to see the girl that was to be engaged to Naruto in the doorway. Naruto turned to her and smiled. Sorry, but I can't marry you, this is the woman I love, Naruto said as he wrapped his hands around a blushing Tsunade. The girl stepped forward and hugged Naruto. Oh thank you, thank you, thank you, she said to a confused Naruto. Wait I don't get it? Naruto told her. She let him go. Oh sorry I am Yuri Takabana, I am sorry it's just that I can't love you Naruto, I love someone else, I was coming to try to get you to go against the engagement, but now you already did, thank you, Yuri said to Naruto. Naruto nodded. Yeah I loved Tsunade-chan and no one else, but you might want to let me go, Naruto told her. Yuri seemed confused. Why? She asked. Because someone doesn't like others touching her man, Naruto pointed to a smiling Tsunade who was cracking her knuckles. Yuri immediately let go and bowed. Please don't hit me, I am sorry, Yuri told Tsunade. Tsunade smiled as she stopped. Oh that's alright, but no more signs of affection with my Naruto-kun, Tsunade told her. Never, I don't love him, well I will go and spend my time with my beloved bye, Yuri said as she ran out the door. As everyone stayed in the room, Tsunade's face glowed as she turned to Naruto. Naruto-kun, let's go see Onoki, Tsunade said to him. Naruto looked confused. Why? He asked. I want you to trust me this time, Tsunade said as she dragged Naruto with her. Soon the entire group followed and left the house. Tsuchikage Mansion Onoki was still signing papers for his new shinobi when he heard a knock. Come in, he said. Tsunade opened the door with her hand on Naruto and they appeared in his office. Tsunade, is there something else you wanted? Onoki asked. Tsunade smiled. Yes there is, I am sorry, but Naruto cannot get married to your shinobi, Tsunade told him. Onoki raised an eyebrow. Oh and why is that? As I recall I said if he is engaged he doesn't have to marry one of my shinobi, Onoki said with a smile. What he failed to see was Tsunade smiling. Oh Onoki didn't I tell you he is engaged, Tsunade said to him. Onoki became wide-eyed. Oh and to who? He asked. Tsunade turned to Naruto, who couldn't believe what she was about to say. She smiled as she turned back to Anoki. To me, I am Naruto's fiancé, Tsunade said to him. Anoki laughed. Yeah right Tsunade, like you would marry this boy, he said as his laughter filled the room. Tsunade smiled. Oh wouldn't I, she said to him. Anoki stopped laughing and was in shock as Tsunade turned to Naruto. Naruto-kun, would you accept me as your wife? Tsunade asked him. Naruto looked surprised, but quickly recovered and smiled. Only if you will accept me as your husband Tsunade-chan, Naruto told her. Tsunade smiled. With all my heart do I accept Naruto-kun, Tsunade said as she knelt down and kissed Naruto. Naruto smiled as he deepened the kiss between them. Both seemed to be in their own world as they forgot that they were in the presence of the Tsuchikage. As they parted, they looked at Anoki. He was pale and his soul was hanging out of his mouth. Tsunade and Naruto smiled. Well my fiancé, shall we go? Tsunade asked. Naruto chuckled as he took her hand. Yes let's go my fiancé, Naruto said as the two blondes walked out the room, leaving a pale Anoki in his seat. As they passed the door, they also smiled as they saw half of the group fainted and the other half blushed. Both ran off to have time to themselves. Thank you for watching.